All right, let's get a pour on this bad boy. That is a lot of head. All right, let's get a clean glass on this bad boy. Alright, that's pouring a little better anyway. And the glass is a little cleaner. There we go. Aw, that's much more lovely. Hey everybody out there in BrewTuber land. Happy Homebrew Wednesday. It is, yeah, it's Wednesday. Sure it is. I'll let you guys in on a little secret. I don't record these videos on the day that they should be recorded on. Almost ever. Almost ever. Probably most of the videos you see are all on the same day, which would explain why I get like progressively drunker between different video takes. Alright, that was too much behind the old curtain there. But so this is the long-awaited Azacca oat deep cold sparge beer review. People have asked me about it. Quite a few people have asked me about it, and I keep saying that it's a long story. Well, it is a long story. Basically, I was just stalling for time because I think I mentioned it in another video. I kind of screwed it up a little bit at the end. Here it is in a glass, and here it is in another glass, but this glass was dirty and came out like 80% foam when I poured it, so that's just off to the side chilling. This is the glass that we're going to be taking a look at here. There's a lot of condensation on it. You can see, look how friggin' clear that came out, even for having 20% oats in it. There's my finger right there. I'm giving you guys the finger. Yeah, isn't that cool? It's by no means like completely clear, but it has been in the keg. Let's call it 3 weeks. Let's call it a month. Let's call it a month. It's been in the keg. Let me give it a little smell here. It usually has a little bit more head retention, but this glass has been kind of sitting for a few minutes while I was dicking around with something else, so the aroma has faded, and I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to that in a second here. I was really excited. Everybody really built up Azacca a lot, and I get like some subtle tones of like fruit, like tropical fruit, like passion fruit and pineapple. I get a little bit of pineapple. I used to get a lot of pineapple from it, but a little bit of background, a little bit of like stone fruit. But it's very muted, I think. I'll give it a taste. I'll describe everything, and then I'll get into the stuff. You know what I'm talking about. It tastes nice. The really nice thing about this beer is the mouthfeel. It's really nice. It fermented down to about 10:09. So it's a dry beer, but it has a really interesting mouthfeel from all those oats. It's not as crazy creamy as I thought it was going to be, but it is very, very nice, very not like ultra dry. And the other thing is the other experiment that I did during that brew day is that there are no boil hops at all in this beer. It's only flame out whirlpool hops. That's the entire beer. That's the only IBU contributions was that I pulled the beer down. I'll link the brew day up here. I pulled the temp down to 80, and I whirlpooled about 120 grams of Azacca and 60 or 80 grams of Mosaic for 30 minutes. I steeped them, and yeah, those are the only hops in the boil. And I'll tell you what, it tastes like an IPA. It's got the bitterness. There is a bitterness to it. It's an odd bitterness, not odd like unpleasant, but it's not. It's very round. I actually dig it quite a bit. It is not sharp at all. It's very round, very very. I don't want to. Yeah, it's not sharp. It's not really bitter, but it is a bitter beer. It's a proper IPA bitterness to it. So the only thing that I could say about that, I think it's an awesome technique. If it continues to produce, I don't know if this kind of round bitterness is more from the hop varieties or from the technique itself, but I'm going to continue doing it in the future. The only problem being is that you can't really calculate what kind of IBUs you're going to pull if you're not boiling. So it could vary from hop to hop, from batch to batch, from there's a lot of math, and that was never my strong point. So I don't think that it's particularly repeatable, I guess would be the word that I'm looking for. All right, so I think the bitterness came out really nice. It's a really great bitterness, really IPA-like. So that was experiment. That experiment, A-okay, worked great. 20% oats, yeah, gave a nice mouthfeel. Beer still pretty clear. Sometimes I think I can taste them, but that's, yeah, the taste. Let's talk about the taste. When this beer was in the fermenter and I was pulling gravity samples, I was just blown away. Pre-dry hopping, it tasted like a tropical mixed juice drink. It just was so friggin' good. I was so excited for it. And then I dry hopped it. I dry hopped it with another 100 grams of Azacca, and I think maybe 30-ish grams of Mosaic. I was trying to do like a 2/3 Azacca, 1/3 Mosaic thing. So yeah, I dry hopped it, and then things in life kind of exploded, and it sat in the fermenter. The heat, the temperature just exploded outside, and my temperature controlling thing that I was trying to build broke. And so, all right, long story short, the beer sat on dry hops a lot longer than I would have liked it to, probably 10 days before I kegged it. And it sat hot too. It sat, 25, 27 degrees, because I couldn't cool it. I absolutely couldn't cool it. And yeah, it grassed the beer. I'm really circling around, but I got that dreaded grassy flavor. And I know there are people who don't believe in it, and I didn't think that I believed in it, because I've dry hopped for a pretty long time. I've dry hopped, I think, for 2 weeks before. And I've done double dry hoppings, and I've dry hopped in the keg, but I've also always done those in a controlled temperature, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it at all. But when this beer was super new in the keg, it was just grass. It was just fresh lawn clippings, just straight up fresh lawn clippings. It was I was so pissed. I was just to go from the beer that I was drinking from the samples, this like tropic bomb, to this like grassy, bland mess, I was just like beside myself with anger. And I mean, it's my own fault that I couldn't make time to you know, get it. But I mean, everybody's had that happen before. I could have done one of my rant videos like I did with the brown, the Hoppy Brown, which that actually got to be a really great beer after some time. So I thought, oh, I'll give this beer some time. And you know what? It's gotten a lot better. That grassiness has faded out. But along with it, the hops themselves have faded out. So when I taste it, I still get that damn grassiness. It's there. It's not nearly as bad as it used to be. It's like grassiness and malts. Yeah, it's the oats. I can taste the oats a little bit, but yeah, that grassiness is still there, and then it's just the ghost of hops past. There's some nice fruitiness. There's a little bit of that mosaic dankness hiding back there, and just the absolute like after image of pineapple. It's a decent beer. I'm happy with the way that it's fermented. There's no off fermentation flavors, because I actually was able to control the temperature during the fermentation, and but it's not the bright hot bomb that I wanted. It's a easy drinking grass bomb. It's a grass bomb. So yeah, that is the story of these. Wow. Well, now I know why my name means spilling beer on the internet now. Such an idiot. Trying to do some fancy bullshit with the glass, like swirling around. I'm such a pretentious dick. Anyway, yeah, so that's the story. Have you ever grassed a beer, like, and is there some other explanation other than too long dry hopping, or have you ever dry hopped too warm and gotten something like that? Because I definitely don't think that Azacca should taste like this. And I'm super bummed that I didn't get a clean sample of it, because there still hasn't been anybody in Europe really that's put out an Azacca beer. Yeah, so let me know about that. I am gonna, I don't know, probably go somewhere and pour the rest of this on myself, because I'm a friggin' idiot. But yeah, so long-awaited Azacca tasting notes. Cheers, guys. See you on the next video. And yeah, I'm gonna rebrew this. I'm gonna give Azacca another shot sometime in the brewing queue. Cheers.